Hi, beautiful. Welcome back to Love from the Inside Out. I'm so excited that you're still with me and that you're still part of this journey. And I hope that yesterday's exercise was really interesting to you. I found discovering my love style really fascinating because when I was listening to it, I realized how often I was playing at level 1 or level 2, when really the ultimate goal is to be at level 3. And so I hope that that was enlightening for you too and gave you a new idea of where you could be in your daily life and where you could play from. Because really, we're all capable of being that fantastic person. We're all capable of giving unconditional love, but we have all these other things in the way. So today we're going to talk a little bit about attraction and who we want to attract into our lives and how we can do that. So today I'm going to have you do a little bit of brainstorming in 2 parts. I would love for you to grab a pen and a piece of paper and start writing down some ideas. So once you've got your little notepad and your pen or your pencil, I want you to start writing down what your vision is of this person that you would like to be in a relationship with. And I want you to really visualize this person and get really specific with the details. But here is a twist. I don't want you to focus on physical qualities because it's really easy to get tied up in like tall, dark, and handsome, or like shaved head, or whatever it is that rocks your world in a physical way. I want you to think about what are the qualities of this person? What are the characteristics? If you were hanging out with them blindfolded, what would you feel around them? Would you feel their confidence? Would you feel their warmth? Would you feel their generosity or their intelligence or their spontaneity? So imagine that you're spending time with this person, but that you're literally blindfolded. And then think about, what does this person express in their everyday life? What's their energy level like? What are their hopes and dreams? Are they driven? Are they philanthropic? Are they kind? Do they love their parents? Like, what is going on with this person? What do they feel like rather than what do they look like? So I want you to take a few moments with your notepad and your pen, and I want you to sit down and write down some of these attributes. And I want you to spend like at least 5 minutes doing this, okay? So if this is not a good time for you, I want you to pause this and come back to it later. It's a really important exercise to do. And then, if you are gonna do this right now, I want you to hit the pause button, write down your attributes, and then come back to me when you've got your page filled up, okay? All right, don't just keep watching. I want you to really do this exercise because it's important, okay? Hit pause right now. Okay, you can hit pause. Yep, did you hit it yet? Yes? Okay, great. I'll see you in a second. Okay, welcome back. So now that you're done with this exercise, I want you to read through what you wrote and really feel like, how does this feel to you? Does this feel good? Does it feel solid? Is this the kind of person you would really want to spend time with? And again, this isn't necessarily about finding your dream partner for the rest of your life. This could just be somebody that you want to sleep with once a week if that's what floats your boat right now. Like literally, no judgment, it doesn't matter, who cares? So it's just about, who do you want to be with right now? This doesn't have to be a decision for the next 20 years. You can just decide, who do you want to be with right now, and write it down. Now the second part of this exercise is a little bit more interesting, at least to me. Because you've probably spent time writing a list like this before. You've probably done this. You probably sat down with your friends and talked about what you want, and you may have even gotten to the place where you think like, oh, it's really not about the physical attributes, even though those are great to have. It's really about, how does this person make me feel? What is their character? But the second part of this exercise is to really honestly sit down and ask yourself, who would you need to be in order to attract this dream partner to you? And where are the differences? If you want to be with someone who's motivated, who works out, who is kind and generous, are you also that way? Are you doing those things in your life? Do you donate money to worthy causes? Do you go to the gym no matter what? Are you motivated and driven and excited by your life? We have to ask ourselves, would this dream lover be attracted to us right now as we are. And this has nothing to do with physical appearance. I just want to get that out of the way. It really doesn't. What it has to do with is, what's your character? What are you doing on a daily basis? What are your habits? What are your intentions as you move through the world? If you want to be with someone who's kind and gracious and charming, but you are rude to wait staff, and you always like barge through a door and you don't leave it open for anybody else, is the person that you really dream of going to be attracted to you, or are they going to be like, oh, I couldn't be with someone like that, they're so selfish, right? So it's really important that we think about, we all have hopes and dreams about who we want to be with, but are we really being those people ourselves? And that's the biggest question. And that's really an important quest. That's an important place to take your mind. And then think, okay, if I want someone that has all of these criteria, who do I have to be? Where do I need to up my fucking game? Because it might be that you're great in all of these areas, except maybe you're not a great friend. Or you're great in all these areas, but you're not as generous, or maybe you're a little mean with your money. Or it might be that you're great in most of these areas and there's a few that need some work. And that's great, because the truth is that we all need work. I need work, you need work, your dream partner even needs work too. So not to feel like this is just a thing where, oh, I have to be perfect in all these areas before I can attract in the right person, because that's not true either. You can attract them in right now, but we need to be aware of like, who do I want to be? And am I making real steps and progress towards being that person every single day? That's a very important point. It's something that we don't always consider, and so I want you to really think about that today. Because a lot of the time in relationships, we think about what we want to get, right? We think about what we want our partner to give us or supply us with or nourish us with, and that's fine. But we also need to think about, what are we giving? What are we bringing to the table? What is our part in the dance? You can't have dancing and chorus lining and jazz handing if you are just going to sit in the corner. And I mean that in a metaphorical kind of way. Although I guess in real life it works too. So we want to make sure that we are really giving as much as we can, that we're bringing our full selves to the table. And if you show up to a date or your Tinder profile and you are like living out loud, you're proud of who you are, everything feels good, everything is working, or I mean, probably we're never going to be at a place where like everything is working. There's always going to be times when we wish things were slightly different or we're working on something. But if you can show up and be proud of who you are, that is such a game changer, and that is so attractive to people. People want to be around people like that, people who are happy and enthusiastic and charismatic and are ready to have a good time. So we want to focus on being that person, not just for ourselves, but also in order to attract the kind of person that we really want to be with. So that is our exercise for day 3 of Love from the Inside Out. I hope it was illuminating. I'll be back in your inbox tomorrow. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you have no idea what Love from the Inside Out is, click below, check out the link. It's a free 5-day challenge to help you clean up your energy around love, sex, relationships, and romance. And then I'll show you how to make your Tinder profile amazing. It's pretty awesome. All right, I will see you tomorrow. You're awesome. I love you. Have a great day.